I mean, wow. Wow.
Reese is definitely finding her own, and I think
Knowing the way they treat her, they would probably fine her and suspend her.
The behavior that Angel Reese has been displaying is embarrassing.
Angel Reese just got hit with the suspension on July 7th, right after dropping 22 points and 15 rebounds in a nail-biter loss to the Mystics. But things spiraled fast. In a wild, caught-on-camera moment, she slapped a clipboard straight out of her coach's hands, right there on live TV. Now, Chicago Sky has snapped, and the whole WNBA stunned. Nobody saw this coming.
Today is another day of the Angel Reese drama because she has simply smacked the clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands. Yes.
Is walking over to the bench and she slaps the clipboard out of her coach's hand.
July 7th was supposed to be all about Angel Reese's monster game. 22 points, 15 boards. But that's not why she made headlines. In the middle of a fiery timeout, she smacked a clipboard right out of her assistant coach's hands. And yeah, it happened live on national TV. The frustration hit a boiling point after yet another brutal loss. Now, Chicago Sky has suspended her indefinitely. So the big question, is the league finally fed up with her drama? Or is this just the latest twist in the wild ride of women's basketball's most controversial star?
Are you kidding me? That is one of the most disrespectful acts I've ever witnessed by a professional athlete towards their coach, one of their coaches.
Just when you thought Angel Reese's chaos had peaked, she one-ups herself. In a nationally televised showdown between Chicago Sky and the Mystics, Reese snapped on the sidelines. And this wasn't just eye-rolling or side talk. Nope, she straight up smacked the clipboard out of her assistant coach's hands on live TV, in front of millions, like she was done listening. Just flat out shut it down, right there in front of everyone.
But this is some Bush League lack of respect. This behavior can't happen.
Clutch Sports posted the clip and boom, it exploded in minutes. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, it was everywhere. And the fans? Oh, they went off, calling it embarrassing, flat out disrespectful, and saying she had to be suspended. No holding back, just pure outrage flooding every comment section.
Ended up losing by 2 points at the end of the game.
And here's the craziest part. This wasn't some random blowout where tempers just exploded. This was a battle, a back-and-forth war that came down to the final seconds. Final score, 79-81. The Mystics barely walked away with it. Truth is, Chicago should have won that game, but just like the rest of their season, it slipped right through their hands.
Reese had a great game. She had 22 points, 15 rebounds. There were some questionable calls from the referees on both ends of the floor during this game.
Angel Reese did her thing. 22 points, 15 boards, 4 assists, another dominant double-double like it was nothing. That's just normal for her now. But guess what? No one cared. No headlines about her game, no hype, no praise. All eyes locked on one moment. The clipboard slap. That's all anyone talked about. And honestly, that says it all.
She can't get out of her own way. And I don't give a rat's how frustrated she is.
It's wild because if you look at the stats, she's literally carrying this team. But none of it matters when the record's stuck at 5-13. That's not just rough. That's a season falling apart. And with every single loss, the pressure builds. You can feel it in every play, every timeout, every tense moment on the bench. And then boom, it exploded for everyone to see. Now, that meltdown is all anyone's talking about.
Like, they are not doing well this season. I think that is evident. It doesn't look like they are going to make playoffs.
Let's be real. This was never just about a clipboard. It's about a team falling apart, a locker room barely holding it together, a leader who looks straight up fed up. And sure, some fans call it passion, but others, they see it as the opposite of leadership. This isn't fire, it's a fuse. And it's burning fast.
The Chicago Sky should suspend her for this.
So now what? A fine? Another suspension? Or is this just more fuel on a season already spinning out of control? Nobody really knows yet, but one thing feels real clear. This wasn't just some slip-up. This might have been the moment that broke the Chicago Sky for good.
Coach do not have control of this basketball team, hence why they could be losing these damn games, man.
Let's just call it what it is. Chicago's a mess right now. And this isn't about missed shots or losing games. It's deeper. Leadership's crumbling, emotions are exploding, and this team, it's barely hanging on with tape and hope. And right in the middle of all the chaos is Angel Reese.
She's a competitor. Love or hate Angel Reese, she's a competitor. She's a fierce competitor.
Now, don't get it twisted. Angel Reese is a generational talent. She's got the skill, the stats, the highlight plays. But lately, what she doesn't have is control. Her body language says it all. And not just the clapping or calling for the ball, we're talking eye rolls, back talk, brushing off coaches. And then came that moment, the clipboard smack that lit the whole thing on fire.
Guys, I'm not one to blow up negativity, but Angel Reese is supposed to be leading young women and being a great example to girls and kids all over the world.
That one moment, slapping the clipboard out of her coach's hands, wasn't just frustration. It was a statement. And the message was loud. I'm done listening. You could feel the tension through the screen. That wasn't some random outburst. That was the breaking point of something that's clearly been simmering for a long time behind closed doors.
Just a moment of frustration at the end of the game.
That one moment, slapping the clipboard out of her coach's hands, wasn't just frustration. It was a statement. And the message was loud. I'm done listening. You could feel the tension through the screen. That wasn't some random outburst. That was the breaking point of something that's clearly been simmering for a long time behind closed doors.
Tyler Marsh has no control over this basketball team. At this point, it's looking like his leadership is questioned as a head coach with some of the tactics and things that go down with Angel Reese in this damn basketball.
And that brings us to the man holding the whistle, Coach Tyler Marsh. Look, managing a team packed with big personalities, that's no easy job. But when that clipboard moment happened, and there was nothing, no timeout, no benching, no reaction at all, it left people asking one big question. Who's actually running this team?
Don't nobody care about the double-double no more, bro. We know Angel Reese can get double-doubles. This ain't, you know what I'm saying, at this point, it is what it is. This is what she does.
Because when your star player disrespects an assistant coach on national TV and you just stand there and do nothing, that doesn't scream leadership. It screams fear, like, I don't want to upset her. And that's not coaching. That's babysitting. And let's be real, this isn't the first time things have blown up under Marsh. The sky's been a mess all season. Emotional outbursts, sideline chaos, no real chemistry. This isn't just a player problem anymore. It's a culture problem. And when the culture's broken, the coach is the first one to burn. Critics? They're going in, calling Marsh weak, clueless, even saying his credibility is falling apart. That's not just shade, that's a total eclipse.
Lee stepped up. Also, her field goal percentage across the board has also made a leap.
The sad part? This could have been a comeback season. Reese is putting up all-star numbers, 12 points, 12 rebounds a night. Yeah, she's racked up 5 techs already, but that fire? A lot of teams wish they had that kind of edge. The real issue? No one's steering it. No one's turning that fire into something that wins games. Instead, we're watching a slow, painful meltdown, one game at a time.
We just have great teammates, great vets, great coaches that continue to tell us to just keep working and keep pushing.
Right now, fans are asking the question no one wants to say out loud. Has Angel Reese become bigger than the team? Has she hit that point where coaches and teammates are too afraid to check her? And if that's true, how long before it all completely collapses? You can have all the talent in the world, but if no one's calling out the leader, or worse, if the leader won't check herself, that team's not going anywhere fast.
Backs the clipboard out the assistant coach hands. Just not a good look from Angel Reese as a basketball player. Just like I stated, man, she's supposed to be a leader among young women across the world.
Bottom line, leadership isn't just about buckets. It's about respect, control, and setting the tone when things get heated. And right now, both Reese and Marsh are falling short. If something doesn't change fast, that clipboard might be the first thing to fly, not the last. But hold up, let's rewind, because if you thought the clipboard moment was wild, oh, that was just the tip of the chaos. This story really starts back in June 2025, one of the most hyped matchups of the season, Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever, Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, round 1. And this wasn't just about basketball. They traded buckets, they traded words, they traded looks, and then it got physical. Fast. The crowd lost it, the internet exploded, it turned ugly. Real ugly. And that's where the fuse was lit.
And completely disrespectful by Angel. 2-game suspension at minimum, bro. At minimum.
Chicago Sky wasn't playing around. They hit Angel with an indefinite suspension for what they called conduct detrimental to the team. That wasn't a warning, that was a hard stop. They told her straight up, "You're not stepping back on this court until you meet our standards." Couple weeks later, Angel's back, but the chaos, it doesn't cool off. It heats up. Jump to July 2025. The Sky drop a brutal loss to the Minnesota Lynx. But Angel wasn't angry about missed shots. Nope, she was livid at the refs. And that's when the fire started burning again.
But that has to be fixed, and I don't give a damn if I get fined because that shit cheap, and I am tired of the shit. Because I've been nice and I've been humble with it, but I am tired of the shit.
And when I say furious, I mean full-on, uncensored, fed-up, fire-breathing mode. She walked into that post-game press conference and lit up the refs. Called the officiating straight-up diabolical, said she was sick of the cheap calls. And the cherry on top? I don't give a damn if I get fined. Yeah, when you go that hard at the league, you already know the fines are coming. No question.
Touch of the games, and I think just continue to fight through that and keep pushing through that will be great for her.
But here's where things get complicated. A lot of people are saying the media is going way too hard on Angel, that she gets judged 10 times tougher than anyone else. Every time she shows emotion, it's called a meltdown. But when a male player loses it, he's fiery and passionate. And honestly, there's some real truth to that. This isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about double standards, and they're hard to ignore.
That type of behavior is unacceptable for any player on any level of sports, bro.
Right now, her suspension is just sitting there. No end date, no clarity, just tension in the air like a storm about to hit. But let's be real. This isn't about discipline anymore. This is about power. The Chicago Sky front office is sweating. Do they finally pull the plug on their biggest name? Or are they too scared she'll blow up the whole franchise on her way out? Because here's the ugly truth. It's a lose-lose. Bench her, you ignite a PR firestorm. Let it slide, you lose the respect of the locker room. And don't think trade talks aren't already heating up behind closed doors. Whispers are getting louder. Some insiders are even hinting that her name is quietly being floated. Not officially, but just loud enough for GMs to start watching. This guy might love her game, but love doesn't win championships when the house is burning from the inside. So now the real question isn't, can she redeem herself? It's, will anyone even wait around to see if she does? Because in a league built on structure and image, how long before someone decides Angel Reese is just too much fire and not enough control? We might be watching the fall of a star in real time, or the rise of the most dangerous force the WNBA's ever seen.